Welcome to Problem Solve, the podcast where me and a special co-host solve all your problems really easily, probably.
Problems? Are you kidding me? I don't have any problems. Okay, I might have a few, but I can work on them with you. Come on.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Alex.
Hey.
Hey, this is Jeff.
This is Alex.
And this is
Problem Solved. Is that the worst intro you've ever heard?
It might be.
It's pretty good.
I'm Jeff Gunther, born in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Oh, fun fact.
That's right. Next to Miami. Moved to Santa Monica when I was 3 years old.
Claro que sí.
Then I moved to Santa Barbara for community college when I was 18. Then I went to San Diego for a couple of years, San Diego State, go Aztecs, when I was 20. And then I went all the way back to LA to go to the University of Southern California.
Wow.
Go Trojans, fight on.
Yeah, fight on.
And then I moved to Portland in 2005.
Wow. Great. I love this intro.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it
Cool.
to me.
I'm Alex Moskovich. My favorite color is purple. I carry rocks.
You do. You do.
Come for me. Come for me. How's it going?
Oh, it's good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day in Portland.
Oh my God. Every day is a beautiful day in Portland.
You can't be sad if it's a beautiful day in Portland.
It's true. They say that.
They say that.
Uh-huh.
And after being here for 20 years,
Is it true?
it is true.
Holds up.
It holds up.
Wow.
On June 15th, it'll be my 20-year anniversary in Portland, Oregon.
Wow. What anniversary is the 20 year? Is that like a silver? Is that wood? Nickel?
I don't think it's silver or wood.
Crystal?
I'm going to do some really good podcasting and just ask Google.
Does your ChatGPT have a voice? Do you ever talk to?
Oh, okay. Should we just talk to chat?
I wish you would.
Okay.
Will we get a sponsorship?
I think we're going to. Or this will have to be cut because we're not allowed to use it. I don't know.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay. Hello, chat. What is the 20-year anniversary? Is that wood? Is that silver? We need to know.
Hey there. The 20-year anniversary is traditionally the China anniversary.
Ooh,
Some modern lists also mention platinum as a contemporary gift.
fancy.
So you can go classic with some elegant china or go all out with something platinum.
Go all out.
Okay, I might go all out.
I think you should. I think you should
Honestly,
go all
I'm
out.
gonna go all out.
Yeah, go platinum.
Okay, I'll go platinum.
Get like one platinum tooth.
Oh God, I wish I could.
You wish you could?
I think I'd be able to pull it off.
Yeah, what's stopping you?
Cultural appropriation.
Really?
I think so.
No, I think it's fine.
It's fine. You heard it here first, guys. It is fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Get that platinum tooth.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Will do.
You're not getting like a whole
Grill?
grill. Yeah,
No.
you could. That's for 21.
That is her 20. I
Uh-huh.
think the 21st anniversary is grill anniversary.
That's the grill year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
good.
How you doing?
I'm really good.
Are ya?
Yeah, I'm doing really well.
Oh, love to hear that.
Yeah, I feel like creative. I feel like my shit is so together.
Mhm.
Yeah, loving the weather, loving my garden. My life is full and I am fulfilled.
Oh, I got a question for you.
Oh, what's up?
Okay, so if you had to like create a government funded program for all the kids who graduate high school and have to then go to do like this program for 2 years in their life,
Yeah.
what would you make them do?
What would I make them do?
Like it's mandatory. They have to go do this thing for 2 years in their life, and then they get into the society or real life, or they go to college or something.
I don't love that it's government funded.
Well, they don't have to pay for it.
No, I mean, I get that. And I don't think that they should have to pay for it.
Okay.
I'm just, anti-establishment.
Okay.
But I would, for 2 years, make them travel What?
Oh, this chat is still
Honey,
listening to you.
no.
Sorry. Anyone, please stop.
Turn her off.
Speaking.
Turn off the robot.
Okay. Oh, yeah. It's been listening this whole time. Sorry
Oh
about
no. Saving our data.
that. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. You'd make them travel.
I'd make them travel to at least 2 different continents.
Mm-hmm.
I would make them learn a trade
Mm-hmm.
and learn how to do their taxes. I think that's what we need them. That's what the youth needs the most.
Okay.
Yeah, like cultural exposure.
Okay. Check. With the travel. Uh-huh. I get
Yeah,
that.
like a skill that will help them feel confident
Yeah.
and like able.
Self-esteem building.
Totally.
I love that. Yeah.
And to learn how to do your fucking taxes. Let's demystify taxes.
Yeah. Let's
I still-
demystify
I
taxes.
need my taxes demystified.
Is that the name of the episode? Let's demystify
Andrea?
taxes. Andrea?
Help. I love Andrea. I emailed her.
You did.
Hi, Andrea. I emailed her about last week's title.
Yeah.
We had like a cute little back and
Oh,
forth.
God. I hope you one day can meet her at least on a Zoom or something.
Me too.
She's a treasure. She's a real
Yeah.
treasure.
Clearly.
Yeah, yeah.
Really good at her job.
She's very good.
Excellent taste in podcasts.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I have an answer that I'm going to tell you, but when I came up with my answer, I was like, this is an Alex answer. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to steal my answer.
Will you do it in my voice?
No.
Please. Will you do an impression of me while you do it?
God, I don't know if I can.
On the spot.
No.
Okay. You can say no. But I'm going to imagine you being me. You've got like a wig on and
Let's see if I can do it.
jewelry.
Okay, guys.
Uh-huh.
All right. No, I can't do it. Okay. I would force the kid, the 18-year-old,
Just one.
all the 18-year-olds to do I would give them so much access and pressure them into doing all the psychedelics.
What?
Yeah.
That's your Alex answer?
That's my Alex answer.
You would force them to do psychedelics?
I mean, it's their choice, really, when it comes down to it.
Uh-huh.
But like, here's all of the psychedelics
Yeah.
that you can do so that we can, realize that we're all one, we're all love.
Uh-huh.
You get in touch with your creativity and artistic side. But I will give them an option. If you don't want to do psychedelics,
Manual labor.
no, just customer service.
Oh, yeah.
Any customer service job where you're like waiting, serving,
Yes.
interacting, your cashier, whatever.
Yeah.
Customer service. So that like when you get out of the customer service, you're like, I'm going to treat them right.
Yeah.
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 So you get to choose customer service or blow your brains out with psychedelics. That's kind of an Alex.
I wonder what they'll choose. That is definitely an Alex answer.
Yeah.
I don't know if okay. How many times can I quote Ram Dass
Oh, let's find
in
out.
the course of our podcast? You gotta become somebody before you become nobody.
Oh.
That's a misquote. I'm sure that's not.
But I get it. I get that vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And like,
yeah.
who are you when you're 18?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Uh-uh.
So maybe wait a little bit. But you know what? I'm not going to critique it. I do love this answer.
Okay.
It is
I
a
thought you
good
would.
answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have that, connection to
Mm-hmm.
the oneness,
Mm-hmm.
or do customer service.
Or do customer
Maybe they
service.
do both.
Yeah.
Maybe there is no choice. I mean, I guess you can opt out. But
I don't want to make this really mandatory. Like I want them, like if they don't want to fucking do it, then just live your life, I guess.
yeah,
But that's not the question.
that's not the question. Well, how did you come up with that question?
My girlfriend's friend asked her that, and then she asked me that, and then I was like, I want to talk about this on the podcast. I've been
Yeah.
asking everybody.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, I love that. I'm going to ask people that.
It's a good question. It's also a good first date question.
Yes.
For second or third date question. You can really get to know somebody.
Mhm. Yeah, you learn a lot more about somebody from that question than like, what's your favorite sandwich?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Although it's still an important question.
It's still, yeah.
Yeah.
What is your favorite sandwich?
A BLT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
It
That's
is
a good
good.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite sandwich?
Ice cream sandwich.
No.
Yeah.
No, really?
Oh, yeah. Ice cream sandwich.
Whoa. Curveball.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my God, Jeff, your funky rash is back.
Ugh, I know it's because I never took care of it. I just was like, I have to go try to find a doctor, call my insurance company, like cold call hospitals. I have no idea how it works.
It's definitely cold calling hospitals.
I thought it was just like walking into emergency rooms. Yeah, that doesn't work.
Oh no, I have the solution for you.
What should I do?
It's this website,
Mhm.
ZocDoc, right?
Mm.
You can sort by doctors that have availability in your area and take your insurance. It's a free app and website where you can search and compare high quality in network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment.
But you know what's really important to me is patient reviews. Do they have those?
They're lousy with reviews. So many reviews.
Yeah, because I feel really self-conscious. So I want to make sure that I will find a doctor that has really good bedside manner and will not judge me.
Well, you can sort by that too.
I love that.
Doctors that won't judge.
That is exactly what I'm looking for. And if you're looking for that too, you should stop putting off those doctor appointments like me and go to ZocDoc.com/solved to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That is ZocDoc.com/solved. ZocDoc.com/solved. Alex, I have a question for us.
Okay, let's hear it.
I need to be ready because we might use this as a clip. So I'm going to like read this with authority and levity.
Yeah, gusto.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey, Jeff and Alex. So pretty early into a relationship, this guy was seeing mentioned kind of out of the blue that he thought people should be allowed to be romantically interested in their siblings. And that it was going to be like the next taboo for society to get over, like gay marriage or something. Keep in mind, I am a woman with a brother, and this was a man with a sister. I was so disturbed and shocked by this comment, but at the same time, wasn't sure if my feelings around this were maybe unfairly prejudiced. None of us ever brought it up again, and I am not with this guy anymore. That was probably a huge red flag. But yeah, curious to hear your thoughts. Like, is being with a sibling something society can and should get over? Again, I want to make super clear that the thought of even touching my brother makes me want to barf. Okay, thanks.
Wow. Whoa.
Whoa,
man.
Exactly. What's coming up for you, Alex?
What's coming up for me?
What's coming up for you?
I love that she's going to this place of is this like a cultural thing that I should, be more sensitive to?
She's being open
sure
to the idea.
She's also not dating this person anymore.
Definitely
which
not.
means we can fully put him on blast.
Yes.
No, that's wild. There are biological reasons why we don't fuck our siblings. I mean, I guess there are situations, if I'm going to be a therapist about it.
Tell me about the situations.
Where it's
Where's this going?
Totally hot and okay. No, I think there are situations was that movie Flowers in the Attic?
Oh, I don't know.
You remember that?
No.
Oh my God. It was a book. And it was a YA book.
Okay.
So weird.
Uh-huh.
But these kids are trapped in an attic, their siblings, and they're mean mommy keeps them there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they are coming of age and they experiment with each other.
No.
Right. But they're abused.
Oh, so right. Yeah. There's there's child sex play.
Sure.
Right. That's actually.
Yeah.
Where you sort of play doctor on each other or check each other's parts out at a young age.
Yeah.
It's we're not going to shame you. It's normal that you're but to romantically.
No, that's different.
That's very different.
That's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no shame if you've had those experiences.
We're not shaming
and you
anyone
feel
here.
a lot of shame around those early sort of childhood experiences.
Yep, it happens.
What is wild is this guy being comparing this to gay marriage.
Yes.
What?
What?
Is he so hot for his sister?
It sounds like
hot
it.
for sister?
Oh, also, there is a thing. I feel we need to have so many disclaimers here.
Lots of caveats.
Child sex play is the thing where you kind of discover, you check out. There's something, but there's also.
You're being so
I know.
careful
I'm
right
being
now.
so careful. There's
Yeah.
also abuse.
There
There's
is also
like
abuse.
siblings can sexually abuse each other.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So you might have been sexually abused. You might have not at all been sexually
Talk
abused.
to your therapist
Talk
about
to your
it.
therapist. Go to your doctor.
We're not your therapist
Nope,
about this.
nope.
We're just giving you general information of
Yeah.
things that could happen.
And I'm being real weird about it.
Just being
I'm being
very
so weird,
weird
and
about it.
I want to just move past it.
Yeah.
But-
yeah. Okay, but let's talk about this adult
Yes.
who is saying that, we should be allowed to be romantically involved with our
It's funny how
siblings.
he's like being like, this is how progressive I am. Like he's kind of playing that card, right?
Uh-huh.
Like get on board. We're going to tackle this as a society.
Yeah.
No. There's like you said, there's some like biological stuff happening to make it so that like you're not attracted or want to fuck your siblings.
Yeah.
One of those things actually is that like you are naturally sort of like in competition
Sure.
for fighting for the attention and love with your parents.
Mhm.
There's no like you're sort of like just nothing really develops there to want to fuck your sister or brother. I don't know how to say it.
What?
Yeah, it just doesn't really happen. Like you have to kind of something maybe has to kind of go sideways.
Like abuse?
Like abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We
don't know.
We don't know.
We are not talking to this guy.
I still feel like I'm being weird about
You
this.
are.
Okay.
You are. We
Get
both
me out
are a
of
little
this.
bit. Also, like, yeah, just like genetically, it would not behoove you to procreate.
Oh, there's that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we like find that icky
Yeah.
biologically.
Oh God, I can't. It just makes me think of like my own sister.
I don't want to talk about
I
it.
can't.
I don't
And
wanna
I'm
talk
so
about
glad
this
that
anymore.
I'm repulsed by it. Remember when we like read this question and we were like, "This is going to be hilarious," and
I stand by it. I still think it's a wild question.
it's a wild question and it's
I
a
mean,
red flag.
Yeah. I'm really glad you're not with this person anymore.
Mhm.
Way to just feel into that intuition.
Yeah, and thanks for checking in with us.
Yeah.
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 Uh huh.
If someone has a different opinion, I'd really love to hear from you.
Yeah, go ahead and leave a recording.
Leave a recording
Yeah.
and tell us why you should be able to be romantically involved with a sibling.
Yeah,
Question
explain
mark?
it to us.
We want to know. It's for science.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And for the podcast.
And for the pod and for entertainment.
yes.
This is for entertainment.
Ugh.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You need to
I'm okay.
cleanse
No, we're good.
a baptism.
We're moving on.
All right. Well, let's pull up a question.
Pull up a question.
A little recording.
Yeah, really, I need like a palate cleanser.
Yeah, you need like an Advil. Just suck on an Advil. So weird.
Oh, I haven't sucked on my Advil yet today.
No,
I'm gonna
something
do it after the podcast.
Something to look forward
Yeah.
to. Okay.
Hi, Jeff and Alex. I'm having a relationship dilemma, and that is that I recently gave my boyfriend his first ever foot job, and he is having an absolute crisis over the fact that he loved it. So, for context, my boyfriend and I have been together about a year and a half, and he constantly cracks jokes about foot fetishes here and there. But in college, he doesn't crack jokes on me, but I used to have some foot slaves. I used to sell feet photos. I would sell dirty socks, shoes. And while I don't personally necessarily have that fetish myself, I understand why it's a fetish. Like, I'm not really into the fact that like feet might be stinky or dirty, but I understand the appeal of like the service aspect of it, like on the receiving end. I totally think that's hot. And he makes some jokes about it. And so the other night he made enough jokes that I gave him an actual foot job and he loved it. He was raving about how like the feeling of my like individual toes was kind of like a massage. Like it was so much different than like a hand job or a head. And it was so exciting and so arousing. And he was just so hard and we were so connected. And it was just so hot to do this new thing with him. That was such a kink for both, that we both perceive it to be such a kink. And he's having a really hard time accepting that. And he just has been mulling over and over about the fact that he can't be a foot guy. And he's so worried about what will people say. And I'm like, well, no one has to know. But he's like, but I can't live in that truth. And he's legitimately having anxiety about it. To the point where now he, like, even though he keeps mulling over it, doesn't really want to address it. And I'm not really sure how to be there for him through that, or like guide him through that and accepting that. So I'm curious, would you have any advice on accepting your kinks that you might have, hesitations you might have, and how to support a partner in that? Thanks.
Nobody has to know except everyone who now knows about how good it felt for your individual toes to be around his hard dick.
That was really arousing to hear.
Was it?
I think I'm a foot guy now.
You're a
I'm a foot guy, and I never had a foot like job.
A foot
before.
job?
Yeah.
A foot career. Now you're sold.
Oh my God. After I listened to this question
Duh.
in the middle of the day, I went to the internet and went to my favorite porn site, and I
Jeff.
typed in foot job.
Jeff.
Oh my God. It looks so good.
Does it?
It looks so good. Yeah, it does. Those little individual toesies.
Stop.
Also, side note,
Uh-huh.
and I think this makes me a good person.
Okay.
When I go to a porn site,
You pay.
no. Oh, I mean, yeah, sure.
Uh-huh, yeah.
When I go to a porn site and I pay lots of money for the ethical porn, when I go to the porn site and do a search in the search bar,
Yeah.
most often before I like put my like the thing that I'm looking for,
You say please and thank you.
the first word I put is amateur.
That makes you a good
I think that makes me
person.
a good person. I don't want that produced fucking. I want like the real people
Uh-huh.
with like zits on their butt.
Yeah.
You know, like with
Yeah.
the bad lighting, whatever. Like I want like real love,
Yeah.
real connection.
Okay.
These are amateurs because like they're a couple in love or people that
Sure.
are like really excited to be with each other.
Yeah.
Anyways, you don't have to agree with me,
I think, yeah. Okay. Well,
mull that over.
let me
We'll come back to it.
suck on that Advil for a little bit.
Back to the foot job.
Back to the foot job.
This is. Are you like kind of silently, but not so silently judging this?
No, what
okay,
made
no.
me uncomfortable before was your use of the word toesies. I didn't like that. I guess if you're into feet and foot jobs, like more power to you.
Sure.
For me, it's not for me. There's something awkward for me about like making your feet do that thing.
Do that thing.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
But if you're hot for feet, yeah.
You know what's helpful and what I learned today, Alex?
From this ethical porn.
From the ethical porn that I pay, put amateur in first.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that you can put your both of your feet
Uh-huh.
on the hard penis, and you don't just have to like lean back and use your feet. You can put your hands on your feet and move your feet up and down, so you
Yeah.
actually have more control over it.
Sure.
So it's not as like awkward as you might think.
No, it still feels awkward for me.
Well, yeah, you're in your body, and you get to tell me how you feel
And
about
you
it.
know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, it's like a pretty like vanilla kink.
It's not that crazy.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Who hasn't thought about getting a foot job?
Who hasn't thought about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a common one.
Yeah. And I love that this guy's like joking around about it
Oh
for
my
so like
God.
who's into feet? And he's just so into feet.
That's the thing.
Latent foot fetish.
He's trying to be so cool about it, but he can't stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Because this was his goal, is to get her to be like, shut up, take your
Uh-huh.
dick out,
Yeah.
I'll put my feet on it. Right? Is that my goal now? It might be.
You're gonna have to talk with your girlfriend about
I
it.
will.
Uh-huh.
But we can be even more serious about this question. It's a good question, right?
Yeah. How do you like normalize a kink?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we dispelled the shame around it,
Mhm.
right? Like, all in all, again, it's a pretty vanilla, like a pretty benign kink.
Mhm.
I mean, wiki feet is
Wiki
like a
feet.
whole thing that exists
Sure.
because People love feet so much.
Yes.
So you're not like the first guy who's into feet.
No, you're not. There's probably so many communities online and offline for
Yeah.
him to connect with other feet guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get on Reddit.
Get on Reddit. Tell me what the name of that Reddit group is. Because I'm about to go there
You're
with you.
the admin for
Yes.
it. Fully the admin for it. Yeah, I think you just be supportive of him and hear him out
Mhm.
and try to ground him when he's like spinning up with the
Mhm.
whole thing.
Yeah.
You could tell him how connecting it was. You told us.
Mhm.
Tell him.
hmm
Um,
More talking about it.
yeah.
More communicating about it.
Yeah.
Will eventually dispel the shame. And he's being kind of, I don't know, weird about it, macho about I don't know what it is. He's being,
Mm.
you can just like name the feeling that he's probably feeling. Like,
Mhm.
oh, do you feel embarrassed?
Yeah.
Like, oh, God, I get it. But it was
Yeah.
really sweet. It's really fun. Here's my like little geeky things that maybe I haven't told you about.
Mhm, mhm.
Share your stuff.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
exchange some vulnerabilities.
hmm
It's also like he doesn't want to talk about it, but that's how shame thrives when we don't talk about it.
Point. Mhm.
Yeah, so shine a light on that shit.
Shine a light on that shit.
Share it with somebody.
The world.
Share it with the world. You get on OnlyFans. You create some ethical porn
Yes.
that Jeff will pay lots of money
Make
for.
sure to name it amateur so it comes up in my search results.
Yeah, tag
Yeah.
Therapy Jeff in it. People are going to start doing
Oh
this.
no.
Yeah, just be a supportive partner.
It got me thinking of like what is I don't know if I'm gonna name it, but like what is my kink that feels like there's a lot of shame around it. I think I don't have one, but I think I used to
Really?
when I was younger.
Uh-huh.
You know, oh God, I must have. Oh,
Yeah, do you want to say it out loud?
The thing is though, is that like you tell me if you think this is true. Like most kinks, when you first discover it or hear about it or whatever, like a wave of shame.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of the first kinks I like got in touch, like heard about when I was 14 or 15. I was like, whoa, this is wrong.
Oh.
I should not be into this. And then you just sort of like work your way through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would imagine it's really common to feel shame when you first identify your kinks.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whether it's like overt shame or whether it's like something more subtle, like I just can't let anybody know about this.
Right.
That's kind of what makes kinks hot.
Kinky. Yeah, you talked about how like sometimes a little bit of shame.
That's
can,
what
like,
does it.
amp up the
Because
hotness.
it's a little taboo.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do it. It's like pushing a cultural boundary of what's appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, unfortunately, fortunately, it's hot.
It's hot.
Yeah. So fuck those feet, I guess.
Those feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Go in.
send us more, tell us more about it. Keep on
Yeah.
telling us about your feet fucking.
Amateur.
Amateur.
Feet
guy.
Tag. Therapy Jeff.
Okay, great. We got it. Okay.
Jeff, do you know what I'm obsessed with lately?
Tell me.
Self-care.
Oh, in what sort of way?
I'm trying to get good sleep in buttery soft pajamas on temperature regulating sheets.
From where?
Oh, Cozy Earth.
I love Cozy Earth. I have been draping myself in Cozy Earth products for years now. It is so luxurious. I have created the perfect little sanctuary in my bedroom.
Oh my gosh, a sanctuary in your bedroom.
Uh-huh.
Wow. You know what else is great about
What?
them? 100-night sleep trial.
Mm-hmm.
10-year warranty on all bedding products.
Yes.
So you can enjoy over 3 months to experience the unmatched comfort of Cozy Earth. And if you're not totally in love with your bedding, you can return it hassle-free.
I stand behind the quality of their bedding, as do they. Luxury shouldn't be out of reach. Use code SOLVED for 40% off best-selling sheets, pajamas, and more. Trust me, you will not regret it. Use code SOLVED for 40% off best-selling sheets.
Sanctuary awaits at Cozy Earth.
Moving on, next question.
Hi, Jeff. I'm newly in recovery, 5 months sober, and during rehab, I met someone I connected with instantly. We ended up hooking up, which led him to being transferred to another facility. Now that we're both out, we've reunited and gone on a few dates. I recently asked him if he wanted to be my boyfriend, and he says he wants to, but his sponsor advised against it, encouraging him to focus on sobriety. I care about him and I'm trying to be self-aware, but I'm struggling with questions. Am I moving too fast? Could this be codependency or like an old survival pattern from my past resurfacing? How do I know whether these feelings are genuine and healthy or if it's just a familiar chemistry from my past? Would it be wiser to slow things down, even if it hurts? I'd really appreciate your perspective. Thank you.
Okay, so change of vibe
Yeah.
for the podcast episode, which we're fine with.
Real switch up.
Yeah.
Um.
Can I go first?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Go for it.
I'm going to say, slow down.
Yeah.
I'm going to say slow down. And one of the reasons that you slow down, and it's typically a goal after you get sober, you stay single for a full year.
Totally.
Until you start getting out there and dating.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons is because you can kind of replace your alcohol addiction with like romantic addiction.
Mm-hmm.
You get sort of similar feelings of like dopamine. You can't stop thinking about them. Like this, and it gets you like off track sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't get to go through all the whatever steps of recovery, sort of like, kind of cleansing out the system. There's also like what they call like the pink cloud. Have you heard of the pink cloud?
Yeah.
And a lot of times, like after you become sober and you're like, I'm doing it, like, holy fucking shit, I am doing it. And I'm actually going to be okay. There's this like pink cloud of like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Look what I'm doing. A lot of times some folks in that pink cloud will like find a relationship because they're just like, I'm good. I'm healthy.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. I'm
Yeah.
living life. I'm doing everything. You have to get through the pink cloud on the other side of it in order to like continue to do the healing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get into a relationship, sometimes it gets all wonky. So that's what I would recommend.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I love that you're being really thoughtful and you're trying to figure this out.
Yeah, I think it's important to ask, like, okay, is this, something from my past? Is this codependency? Are these genuine feelings? And even if they are genuine feelings, and they might be, slow down.
Slow down.
Yeah, if you slow down and they're genuine, then they'll probably still be there.
Right.
There's no urgency
I was going
here.
to say.
Yeah.
There is no urgency, even though it feels like there's an urgency. Or maybe the urgency is just like, I want to just have fun. I just want to spend time with him. I want to like be in relationship.
Totally.
And that's very fair.
Yeah.
But one of the most important things that you're doing right now and maybe in your life and for the rest of your life is you're becoming healthy and sober and
Mm-hmm.
clean and wanting to get like a lot of feelings of like control and power. And the way to do that is to typically not date anybody for the first year.
Yeah. Yeah. I think finding ways to self-soothe and to cope with big feelings.
Mm-hmm.
In a healthy for you way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And and this is like kind of coming from my own personal experience where I did date somebody just a few months after they became sober, and we went in with all of the best intentions and talking about it and figure out, is this a good idea? Yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
It turned out that likely like I became this sort of replacement for alcohol.
Sure.
And that really kind of screwed up the path a little bit.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. Everything worked out, but it
Mhm.
made things more difficult and
Yeah.
tricky. And
I think it's just like an inherently unstable time. You're like
Mhm.
learning how to be in the world without
Mhm.
substance.
Mhm.
And a lot of stuff is coming up because, depending on how long you were using for, there's a lot of suppressing happening. And so imagine like you've just uncorked the bottle and all of the stuff that you were suppressing is now bubbling up. Just maybe not the most steady foundation on which to build a relationship.
Mhm. Right. You need to kind of like build your scaffolding a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I love how we can just transition into being very serious.
I think we're good at our
We're
jobs.
really good. We're really good.
Yeah. Problem solved.
Problem solved.
Okay. What's the next one?
question.
Hello, everyone. I've literally written or spoken this question like 5 billion times, and let's hope it's the last one because I can't keep redoing this. So, I have a dilemma and I need help. Basically, I am the first of 2 immigrant families on both sides, my mom and my dad, that were hoping to come here, like for a better life for future generations. And I'm in my second year of undergrad, okay, and I'm really fucking hating it, okay. I hate school so fucking much. I feel passionate that I eventually one day want to be a relationship therapist. I know that for a fact, but I'm just hating it. And I really want to be spontaneous and just move to fucking Barcelona for like 2 years. Because when the fuck else am I going to be able to do spontaneous little things like that before I get wrapped up in like the work life, you know? But at the same time, I feel like I'm letting down a lot of people if I do that because a lot of people have done a lot of things to get me here. And it feels really disrespectful to do that. Let me know, please, what to do.
I'm going to tell you what to do.
Oh, let's hear it, Alex.
Go to Barcelona.
Yeah.
Go to Barcelona.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I get the pressure. I'm first generation American.
Uh-huh.
And I understand the pressure of like, my parents left these places to come here and create this life for us so we can like do better, have more, live the American dream, maybe. I don't know if you're calling from America.
It's safe to assume.
Safe to assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, judging by how she hates undergrad. God, so relatable.
Ugh, the worst.
Maybe a part of you living this life means going and exploring and having a good time in Barcelona.
In Barcelona.
Uh-huh.
Have you thought about doing like a ridiculous amount of psychedelics and working in customer service?
Yeah, or learning to do your taxes.
Or learning to do your taxes?
Which, if you're going to be a therapist, you better learn how to do your fucking taxes now.
God, it's so weirdly complicated.
It is
for
a
us.
drag.
Yeah.
Also, if you're going to be a therapist, you can work remotely.
Exactly.
And just go to Barcelona.
Yeah, go to Barcelona. Did I say it right?
Jeff's been there before.
Yeah, I'm Barcelona. I want like, I mean, I agree with you, Alex.
Uh-huh.
But there is something to consider. It's something to consider.
What's to consider?
That you can get through this very annoying undergrad program.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to suck after Barcelona.
Oh, yeah.
And so you might as well get it over with now.
Yeah, wherever you go, there you are.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever you go, there you go.
Wherever you go, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever you go, there we are.
Mm-hmm.
Just power through it.
You think power through?
This is just, that's my own like personal opinion. I powered through.
Yeah.
I felt a little desire to go ahead and like take the breaks.
Uh-huh.
But I went from community college to undergrad to grad school, straight out of high school.
You went all the way through?
I went all the way through.
Wow.
So by the time I was done, I was still a baby. Baby face, the same baby face I have now,
Honey.
but 24.
Honey.
And then I got to do whatever I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Which was move to Portland.
Wow.
So don't you feel like it'd be nice to do your school first and then go so that it's not hanging over your head? It's like leaving the assignment to the last minute. Like, how do you truly enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
Knowing that you have to go back to fucking school, which is the worst.
You could just study abroad in Barcelona.
Can you? Is it that easy?
I mean, depending on
Take
the school
online
you
classes.
go to.
Yeah.
Well, they have like study abroad programs.
Oh, right. That too.
Yeah. And usually all of those classes are like a breeze.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy.
Do both.
But Alex solved your problem.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
We got time for one more.
Okay. Uno más.
Uno más.
In Barcelona.
Hello. Love the addition of Alex. I think you guys have such a great dynamic, and I love listening to this podcast even more with the addition of Alex. My question is related to someone, or maybe convincing someone to go to therapy, which is probably never a good call, but my boyfriend has been considering going to therapy to maybe help with his self-awareness and awareness of his emotions. But he said to me, I am generally a happy person, so why would I want to focus on the things that make me unhappy? And I didn't really have a good answer for him. So I'm curious if you have a response for me. Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you. And thank you. Yeah, never a good idea to convince someone to go to therapy.
But such a common, like, feeling desire.
Oh my God.
If you just went to fucking therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything would be better.
Everything would be better.
What they don't tell you is when you convince someone to go to therapy, they're never talking about or working on the things that you want them to be talking about or working
annoying.
on.
Yeah.
I remember encouraging a partner, a past partner, to go to therapy. And he was like, okay, I'm going to work on like people pleasing and boundaries. And then he just set boundaries with me and stopped people pleasing me, which is like, good, do that. But also really changed the dynamic.
Yeah, that would.
And it did.
A little bit of a backfire.
It fully backfired. He's doing really well.
Good.
I'm really proud of all the work that he's done.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, okay, what do you say to someone who is generally happy? He wants to go for emotional development, to like become more self-aware about what he's feeling.
But he doesn't want to talk about any bad stuff. Why would I go to therapy and talk about bad stuff that just makes me sad? I'd rather just be happy all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Why? What do you say to that person?
I mean, therapy with me is a blast. First of all. I mean, it kind of is. I bring levity into sessions, as do you.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And there's something really satisfying about getting in touch with hard stuff.
Yeah.
With the trauma or the sadness or the grief or whatever it is. And then you're just like, oh my God, you have like these skills, this tolerance, this growth, this evolution, this like newfound confidence and ability to move through hard things. Are you just going to avoid hard things for the rest of your life? Is he saying like, I don't ever want to feel pain? Too bad.
Too bad. Yeah. Suffering is inevitable. Life is suffering.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, really unrealistic goal to only be happy and never. So wouldn't you want a little bit of help when you inevitably have to suffer? You want to suffer with a professional who will help you get through it in a more healthy or direct or kind of way, right?
Yeah. I think it's good when we can learn how to suffer well. And I don't know why you're laughing about that.
Oh, there's not. I thought that would sound like a good album title. Or
Suffer
something.
Well.
Suffer Well.
Suffer Well Counseling LLC.
Oh, yeah.
My new business. Do you believe him when he says he's happy? And so why talk about stuff that make him sad? Do you believe that?
I want to believe it.
Do you think he needs to go to therapy to build more awareness around his emotions because he's not letting himself feel sadness?
That's probably it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think he's doing instead? Foot jobs.
Foot jobs. Amateur foot jobs.
Amateur.
Let's start there.
Hashtag therapy chat.
Hashtag therapy chat. Yeah, I think he's just like, you know, I hate to do this to him, I guess, but he's just sort of like typical man avoiding his feelings with a girlfriend, partner who loves him and wants the best for him and also doesn't want to be his therapist. Whether he's aware of it or not, he's like leaning on her for the emotional support in labor.
Yeah, that's why she's trying to convince him to go to therapy.
I don't want to do the emotional labor. Go actually get that from a professional so that we don't have to have a fucked up dynamic. And I'm your mommy or your therapist or your caretaker.
Sure.
And you don't get to like hop, you know, lily pad from one girlfriend to the next, getting all the emotional labor without like paying for it or doing your own work. And so I imagine that's what's going on.
Yeah. And even if it's not that, it's like everybody can feel when there's like something happening for someone under the surface that they're kind of just bottling up. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I think it's like burdensome.
Yeah.
Be a responsible human. Deal with your shit. Compassionately. She said compassionately.
There's kind of like, there's I feel like it typically doesn't work.
Mm.
If you want your partner to go to therapy and you're like, go to fucking therapy. If you kind of like bully them, threaten them, it's not the best way to go about it. If you're in therapy yourself, you can talk about all the wonderful things that you get out of therapy.
Yeah.
I find that to be a little bit more like motivating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think positive reinforcement's the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you have like the offhand, deep conversation about your feelings, you could be like, oh, it's just like so hot when you are able to connect with me in earnest and be vulnerable. And I would really love to do more of that. It makes me feel secure and safe in the relationship. I'll give you so many foot jobs.
I feel so connected to you.
I feel so connected to you.
Look what I can do with my toesies.
Look at my toes. Would you look at these feet? Yeah, I think positive reinforcement is definitely the move instead of an ultimatum.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything else to add to that?
No, I think we did a really good job.
Yeah.
But I feel like, remember we did one episode, maybe it was a week or two ago, where I was like, hey, if you're still here,
Oh, yeah.
you're such a big fan.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know what you should do?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yes.
subscribe,
Yes.
rate,
Yes.
review.
You're the ones that are giving us life.
Oh,
And we appreciate you for staying this long.
wow.
And we give you so much. Oh, did I just make you feel guilty? Good. You know what you can do? You can pay us back
Yeah.
by giving us a 5-star review.
And that's free.
That's free.
And that's free.
Do you have anything else to add, Alex?
What do I else? No.
No.
I don't think so. Just real happy to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything else?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Do you have anything else?
No, do you?
Are you still listening, listener? Is this content?
Turn it off. It's not content.
It's not content.
It's not content. Well, thanks everyone. Bye.
Bye.